In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the rear brakes on this Toyota Prius. Let's get into it. Using a 21mm socket, take the lug nuts off. Remove the wheel. We're going to take the drum off. You can take a couple of bolts that thread into here. Tighten these down a little bit. Try to take it off that way. Also using a hammer, just giving it a tap. And sliding it off. There's the drum. To get rid of some of the brake dust, I'm just going to spray this down with some brake parts cleaner. Using some locking needle nose pliers, I'm just going to grab on this spring. Slide this spring out, just like that. And you can disconnect it over on this side as well. Just take that off of the shoe. Just, if you spread this apart a little bit, you can grab the adjuster. The spring goes right around the adjuster like that. Set that aside. There's a spring that goes down here. We're going to grab that with the needle nose pliers. Disconnect it down below. Set that aside. Using a brake spring compressing tool, push down on the spring and just twist. Until you get the cap off. Just be careful. It slides off with the spring. Do the same on this one. There you go. Grab the brake shoes and they slide right out. You can take the spring off both shoes right there and right there. This piece right here is going to slide off the pin. Just twist it, pull that out. We're going to take this clip off. I just use a straight blade screwdriver, get in between there and try to spread it apart. Once you get it spread apart a little bit, you can pry it down. Just prying it out so I can get a gap right there. Put the screwdriver in the gap, then you can pry it off completely. There it is. And it just slides off. Take a wire brush and just clean up the areas where the shoes are going to touch the backing plate. The wire brush, clean up the hub surface, any rust buildup. Just clean this off again, brake parts cleaner. Use a little brake caliper grease or some silicone. Just put it on those surface areas where the brake shoes are going to touch the backing plate. That's good. Take the shoe, slide it through the pin. Make sure it's all the way down. And put that horseshoe retainer on. Take some pliers and just squeeze these on. And squeeze them together. Make sure it's not going to fall off. All right, that's good. Now take this shoe, slide this in place, go over the pin. Take one of the springs with the caps and push it in place. Take the other shoe with this bracket. It's going to slide in place there. And then this spring is going to connect on here and go through this hole down here. You can use some pliers to get that in, just like that. Now we're going to take the adjuster and slide that in place. Before we do that, let me just show you how this works. The way the adjuster is on the front part of the shoe, this little part that's taller is going to go on the inside. And what that's going to do is push on the adjuster so that it can automatically adjust. So you see that goes in there. If you put it the other way, it's not going to work properly. So that goes on the inside. And then the other side, the longer part is going to go on the outside. You see it looks like a step. That's going to go on the outside. So slide that in first. You can tighten this down, adjust it down a little bit. You don't have to go all the way. Slide this in. This is going to hook on right there. Take the other shoe, this spring, slide that in place. The spring, attach it in that hole right there. It's lined up. Make sure the pin gets lined up. There it is. I just want to get this on the shoe right there, on the wheel cylinder. I'm just going to push the wheel cylinder in, pry the pad out, the shoe out. Take the spring, push on the pin, and lock it in place. You just twist it to lock it in place. That looks good. Put a thin coat of anti-seize on the hub surface. Don't get it on the studs. It's good. Take the brake drum, just put it on backwards first. Just take some brake parts cleaner, clean it out. Wipe it out with a rag. Now take the drum, slide it in place. You might have to make some adjustments. You can use a straight blade screwdriver. And turning the wheel in one direction will tighten it. The other way will loosen it. So we want it a little bit tighter. So it barely touches. A little bit more. That should be good. Put the wheel on. The lug nuts. Get the lug nuts started. Now we're going to torque the lug nuts to 80 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. Go around again, double check.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.